is why
Say
you
some
don't talk to a
facts.
Trumper, because
You called
logic
him
don't
You
What
called him
logic?
call him you did.
What logic?
Now I know why the Russia.
protesting Russia. Okay, that's an interesting one. Can you name anything good that Trump has done so far?
He has shown that our nation has fallen into sheeple nation.
Okay.
What?
He turned people into thinking that common hatred is acceptable in everyday talking to your neighbors and stuff like that,
How has he done that?
by promoting hate. By
Which
promoting
hate has he?
divide. It makes them more empowered to attack other people, to be to do the things that we've spent centuries right now.
Do you think that of Trump
destroying.
supporters?
Oh, without a doubt, because they know that Russia put him in there. They want to deny it and say that it didn't, and say
What?
that it didn't happen. But it did. It was in the report.
What is this guy talking about? Anyways, if y'all don't know me, I'm LFR Jojo, and this man is a very adamant Trump supporter. It's like, nah, he looks like he doesn't like Trump, and it looks like he's kind of confused on why he doesn't like Trump. So we're kind of gonna explore this, why he doesn't like him. Does he have any things that he's done? Because me personally, and people ask me all the time, like, what are your thoughts on Trump? What are you like? I see comments about that all the time. And to answer, before we get too deep, I don't have any. And the reason I don't have any like real thoughts is because when he was president, he became president when I was like 14 or something. I don't even know. Yeah, when I was like 14, I wasn't thinking about this at all. Like, what do you mean, what are my thoughts? So I'm learning more about it as we go. And I want to know this older guy's thoughts. He looks like he's lived some life, so let's have it.
So they knowingly are denying reality for their own personal selfish views versus the nation's views. Therefore, they're automatically traitors, just like Trump, because they're willingly collaborating with a foreign nation that's empowered a foreign puppet.
Okay, so
As
he hasn't
president
done
of our
anything
nation.
good.
Not one thing other
What's he talking about?
than prove what he once said. They were the dumbest Americans among us, and that he would use them because they would follow him blindly to the death.
Hillary Clinton
They
said that
prove
about
it.
Democrats as well.
Well,
So
I know, but
two sides of the
but
same
Donald
coin,
Trump
right?
actually said it as I could stand in front of in New York City in Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and they'll still love me.
Okay, well,
So
would you be
that
willing?
alone says it.
Would you be willing to go talk to a Trump supporter and maybe see if that's true or not?
Be honest with you.
Did Trump actually say that? That's kind of crazy.
For 14 years right now, they've proven that they're incapable of logic.
I don't
They're
think.
incapable
Well, we
of common
shouldn't.
sense.
Well, we shouldn't
There's
paint
no
the
need-
brush with those men right
There's
there, right?
absolutely no talking to a Republican anymore. They're
You wanna go
traitors
try?
to life.
And this is the problem I have. When you try to dehumanize an entire group of people solely based off of their political affiliation, that's when I have a problem. Unless their side is just so wrong, so unreasonable that it's no way they can be right, which I don't think it happens in America today. Then I'd be like, okay, yeah. But in America today, if you say something like, well, I'll never talk to a Republican, or if you say something like, well, I'll never talk to a Democrat, you're the problem. Because there are people out there who just have a different way of looking at things. If you say like, no, they don't deserve to be talked to. They're 100%, without a doubt, the issue with everything in my life. I will never, like, bro. First of all, relax. you need to take a chill pill. But this man obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. He obviously isn't that well versed when it comes to politics, and that's okay because I'm not that well versed when it comes to politics. But it seems like he's a little off his rocker right now.
I have.
Let's go right
14
now.
years.
Let's go right now
Why would I want
to see if your preconceptions about them are
Then you
true. If they're
refuse to
actually,
talk to them.
to? True.
you know
I
that
don't
he's there.
Yes.
How? How do you know
Because he
that?
supports somebody that is.
Okay,
I don't want to talk to
I
you.
just want to let you know my girlfriend is
I
half
don't-
black.
and
So
that
I'm
makes
Wait, what?
race trader.
I hate when people say stuff like that. Well, I have black friends. Like, bro, I hate when people say stuff like that. Like, okay.
What wife?
Your girlfriend, whoever she is.
How they're a trader? No. Say some
Talk to a
facts.
Trumper because
You called
logic.
him. You called him.
Call him. You did.
Well,
Now
Whoa.
I know why the lady didn't want to talk to you.
You
Because
called
you're
him.
in riots over here.
What?
Yeah, by even making me talk to a traitor.
A traitor of what? My country?
That's
Look
right.
at me. Look at me.
You're a
What's
traitor
that
to
say
the
right
nation.
there?
I am a
Don't
traitor.
tread on me.
That's a Russian
yeah.
slogan now.
Yeah, that's a Russian
What?
That's a Russian slogan
All right.
by nationalist
All right.
traders.
All right.
What is he
Are you
talking
willing to
about?
admit he's not if he has a
He
half black
absolutely
girlfriend?
is. He's just look at what he just put up his arm. Did you see what is on his arm?
This is
Yes,
don't
it's-
tread
yeah.
on me.
Yeah, that is done by the
Hold on, what's it done by? Wait a second. Was the Republican Party we freed the slaves? Just saying.
Sir,
Oh.
sir, let's really talk to him.
There's no talking to traders. They don't want to listen. They don't.
Bro, here's the problem with people who think like him. So, he obviously has a huge problem with Republicans and specifically Republicans who support Donald Trump. But when the lady said, I think her name is Caitlin or something, when she said, okay, let's go talk to one. He said, no, I don't want to talk to no traitor. I'll never talk to them. Whole time you have these very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very angry thoughts about them. Very menacing thoughts about them. But when you give them the opportunity to talk to one and so they can explain their thoughts, you refuse. You actually walk away after cursing him out. The reason that's a problem is because it shows me that you couldn't care less about understanding the other side. You don't even look at them as humans. And that's a real issue for me. Because your political affiliation doesn't make you less human. It doesn't mean that you aren't willing to think about things. It doesn't mean that you are, like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, come on. Be for real. Come on, man.
Don't want to hear
does
common
want to
sense.
listen.
They don't. His arm proves he's a traitor.
How is that
Get
training?
the f away from me. Now I know why they didn't want to talk to you. You're a traitor too. Or
How do you
talking
know
to
he's
them.
a moron?
Because who he says has the same values as
What
him.
if he just believes differently than you, but he has good
That he's
intentions?
a traitor? He should admit that, and then we can talk.
Do you think
So have
that's
a nice
fair
day.
to call him though?
Without a doubt, he proved it.
He has a girlfriend. My God. Okay, guys. So that was crazy. Make sure you guys go to InfoWarsStore.com right now. We have "Don't Tread on Me" shirts, just like he had that tattoo on his arm. This is literally how the left acts every single day. Just a conversation. Let's go talk to him to see if he's actually if he's actually the R word. No. And then he blames me for being. I can't come out here and make these videos. I can't come out here and expose these people and the delusions that they engage in without your support at InfoWarsStore.com. Supplements, shirts, books.
Actual evidence to ever back up anything they say. It's like when you're in preschool and it's the whole conversation like, well, my dad can beat your dad up. But what would happen if that person's dad actually showed up? You'd probably get beat up. Your dad ain't gonna fight nobody. It's the same thing. He's running around saying things you can't back up. You can't ever back those things up. They can't.
So tell me about your tattoo that he said was Russian.
My "Don't Tread on Me" tattattoo.
What does that even mean?
Is that Russian?
Oh yeah, it's clearly written in Russian right there.
Oh my goodness.
my
All right,
gosh.
well, these are the leftists out here in the wild. This is how leftists actually act in their natural habitat when you give them freedom to go and roam and meet up in mobs. This is kind of like their watering hole right here. Isn't it funny? They only meet up when Trump is in town. Trump is kind of like their mating call, if you would say. They come and they can join together, they shout, they're doing weird chants, weird mating calls. All right.
A lot of his stuff doesn't really make much sense to me. Like, I don't understand like have that level of hatred within you for someone. I don't get it on this level, like such as politics stuff. Probably because I don't know much about politics. I'm not really super passionate about it. I'm just learning about it. Like I don't know. So when I see him, he's just that angry. My first thought is, are you okay? Like, do you need a bottle of water or something? Like, what's going on, bro? That's my first thought. My second thought is like, what brought you to this point? Because to me, it makes no sense. You said it was Russian. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know what that means. But anyways, if you have any more suggestions for me, comment down below. It's LFR Jojo.